In 2003, Jak was back. Oh, and so was Daxter, even though his name was no longer in the title. But it wasn't just the name that had changed with the series, because Jak II Renegade is darker, grittier, more mature and more action-packed than ever before. It's a story of revenge and provides a platformer that's different from the rest. The whole tone of this game can be summed up with Jak's first ever words in a video game.
Say something! Just this once!
I'm gonna kill Praxis!
It begins with the whole gang being sucked through some kind of portal by a demon. They end up in the city of Haven, where Jak is captured and forced to go through a series of experiments, completely changing his body. He has to suffer this torture for 2 years until eventually his old buddy manages to rescue him. After escaping from prison, the pair find themselves in a whole new world where there's a revolution brewing against the evil Baron Praxis. And playtime is over, so by teaming up with a whole host of crazy and violent characters, Jak is given plenty of missions spread out across the city map and into the wastelands that surround it. And here's something that it's got in common with the original, and that's the sheer variety of things that you get to do. From escaping a security tank, to competing in a hoverboard tournament, to wielding a giant robot suit. You're constantly given new mechanics and new styles of mission, making everything feel unique and preventing you from ever getting bored of, say, just constantly platforming. Even missions that take place in the same location can vary wildly. This is the Grand Theft Auto of platformers. You get to drive around the city in cars that you steal. You get guns, ranging from shotguns to Vulcan guns, making the combat have a nice mix of close and long range. Plus, the city is filled with police waiting to hunt you down when you do something wrong. Well, okay, police is probably the wrong term here, because these guys don't really care if you steal or even if you kill a bunch of civilians, but bump into one of them, and that's basically a death penalty.
The city's on high alert. What the hell did you two do?
Us? Nothing. We've been, sightseeing. Right, Jak?
A lot of the missions involve driving, which has a nice mechanic where you can either fly high or low. Cruising in the air, you risk bumping into other drivers, which is a pretty sure way of getting road rage. Or you can fly low through the depressed streets of the city and risk bumping into the quote-unquote police. Roads are made up of pretty tight corners, so often when racing against a time limit, it's one mistake and it's try the mission again, from the start. Now that is one criticism that could be made about the game. It can get pretty difficult. Pretty difficult. But that is mainly because of the lack of certain checkpoints. Dying can often send you miles back, creating some serious frustration, in particular when skateboarding. God damn, I'm dead again. But hey, sometimes you do get lucky. This difficulty though only adds to a real sense of achievement when completing something. There's no easy or hard mode, this is it. But with practice and patience, nothing in the game is impossible. Besides, Jak's no longer a kid anymore. He's up against a more serious threat than he's ever faced before. So it may just take a few attempts more and a few curse words along the way. Thankfully though, there is always Daxter to help lighten the mood. Here, his comic relief is more welcome, as there's a nice contrast to the seriousness of the situation. The game now comes in 1080p on the PS4 with a complete trophy list, including a platinum, with basically a trophy awarded every couple of missions, plus a few for collecting certain items. Jak II makes a stark contrast from the colourful adventure of the first game, and provides so much more than its predecessor. A more engaging story, more things to do, more locations, and of course, more Daxter.
This place could be a real swinging joint. Happy heaven, with more dancing, more macking, more women!
Until next time, thanks for watching.